Hello and welcome to Tuesdays with Terry. So today I want to talk about abundance. So a lot of people may have heard of the term abundance, but what does that really mean? So to me, abundance means having a peace of mind, first and foremost. I think having peace of mind is so important, having a very deep sense of love, and then making money doing what you love, having a fulfilling purpose and a why. So that's what abundance means to me. I read this book. It's called Get Rich, Lucky Bitch by Denise Duffield Thomas. And if you heard of the book, let me know. It's actually a really good book. And one of the things that she talks about is she's like, we're not talking about airy-fairy concepts here like abundance, but I think abundance can be airy and fairy, or it can be something that's very powerful. But it sounds like, what are you talking about? Abundance? That just seems so vast and such a huge concept. But really, when you think about abundance really is our birthright. Abundance is being able to own our truths, step into what God gave us. He gave us like the whole kingdom. So the thing is, we really need to remove the blocks, kind of like in A Course in Miracles, we need to remove the blocks from love's presence. So we need to remove all the blocks that are blocking us from being able to obtain this abundance. Okay, so one of the programs I took was Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. And so you guys heard of her. She's awesome. She's on the movie The Secret. And she talks all about abundance. So I've learned a lot from her. Also a lot from Bob Proctor, who's one of my mentors on The Secret as well. And so one of the things I think is really important for abundance is there's like some fundamental teachings you need to learn in how to get into abundance. And I'm going to share them with you today. Okay, so the first step to abundance is really forgiveness. So forgiving yourself, or no, actually, that's probably the second step. The first step is figuring out what abundance means to you and getting clear on what you want in your abundant life. Because for everyone, it's probably different. And so getting clear, crystal clear, because like, you know, God, angels, universe, divine love, source energy, whatever you want to call it, you have to be very clear on what you want to call in, what you want to bring in. So say you want a lot of money, how much money do you want? Be crystal clear. Like, what are some of the things you want to do to be able to obtain money? Not that you necessarily have to really do anything. You can just be in the vibration of it, which is like a really cool concept I've just been learning lately, and it's been working, so that's really exciting, so I can share more about that. First thing is being very clear on what it is that you want to bring in and call in, because abundance, it's like you have to define it. Otherwise, I mean, it means everything, but like we already are given everything that we need. So what is it that you really want? Because it's all out there and available for us. We just need to tap in, which is so exciting. Okay, so once we know what we want, then we have to forgive. And so you're like, why would I need to forgive? Okay, so the thing is, so say I were to give you, say one of your things is I want money in my life. If someone wrote you a check and gave you a check for $1 million right now, like how would that make you feel energetically? Like, would you feel really excited? Would you be a little nervous? I don't know what to do with it. Oh my God, this is like overwhelming. Like, how would you feel? And so if anything comes up for you, then you know that there's some limiting beliefs there that you need to address. So that's where the forgiveness comes in. So maybe forgiving your past thoughts and behaviors, your parents, maybe something that they had said or done. So a lot of thoughts that people have are money is the root of all evil, and we know that money really is not the root of all evil. There's actually people that do so much good with money, and so a lot of times, this whole abundance thinking is really changing our mindset. So if we're going to talk about money here, so what are some of the limiting beliefs that you have around money? So maybe you might think, people are greedy because there's hungry people out there. But the good thing about money is that if you get money, then you can help those people. So some people think it's wrong of me to want all this money because then they're like taking away from somebody or something. But that's not the case. Like, there is an abundance of all of this to everyone. So the first thing is forgive. So you have to forgive any limiting beliefs you have, anything that's coming up for you when you really think about all your desires and what you really want. What are the blocks there from you having it? Because if you really want it and you don't have it yet, there's blocks there that are blocking you from getting it. So just one of the things I like to do is just journal out your feelings, journal out what's coming up for you. So if it's something with your past, maybe you did something in your past that you weren't very proud of. Maybe, I don't know, you had taken an ice cream before, or you had, I don't know, done something you didn't, really feel good about in regards to money, maybe shopping at thrift stores, which, I still like to do, and I think it's kind of fun. But anything that doesn't feel good to you. So think about all that and forgive yourself. So that's the second step, is really forgiving yourself, forgiving your parents, forgiving friends, forgiving anyone that ever hurt you around this area. Even just if it's an old story that doesn't serve you, where it's like, oh, we don't buy those things, we can't afford that. Someone said, ways that you need to forgive. And so once you do forgive that story, so in that book I mentioned with Denise Duffield Thomas, that Get Rich book, she says this mantra when you're doing your journaling. So I forgive you, thank you. Or I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you. I love you, I release you. So that's what you do in your journaling. So you're like, thank you for being brought up. I'm sorry for the part I played in it. And then, I love you, because, just come to grips with it, and then you release it. So that's basically the forgiveness part of the lesson. And then deep love. So love is the second part of my little abundance formula. So really having a deep love for yourself and knowing that you're worthy of abundance, because you are. We were created out of love. Like, we are so loved. And so you have to really understand that. And so you got to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you're not going to do the things that will take you to getting the abundance that's out there for you, because you might not think you're deserving or worthy of it, but you're deserving and worthy just because you are. Just, that's why you were born. You were created, given the kingdom, just created out of love. So knowing that and understanding that on a very, very deep level. If there's anything that you don't love about yourself, then, do another forgiveness lesson. Go back to the other, second step in this formula. So you can really, really forgive yourself for anything you've ever done or thought you've done. Because you are worthy of it all. You are just so beautiful and so special, and such an important part of life. So I just want to let you know that you matter, and you're so loved. So that's the third step in the formula, is deep love. And then thanks for all the hearts. Okay, so the next step in it is owning your greatness. So, hey, Trey. All right, so when I talk about owning your greatness, when you really understand the truth of who you are, that you are a child of God, given the kingdom, created in love, then you can step up with confidence. But then again, we have all these blocks. So that's what this whole process I want to talk about is, really just removing the blocks. And this is the way that you start removing the blocks that you have. So some of the blocks and limiting beliefs you have is the story that you're telling yourself. So a lot of people have this story that they're playing on repeat in their head. So they might think, who am I to do that? I can't do that. Or, oh my God, I'm so stupid, or I always do this, or whatever the story is that you might be telling yourself. Like, step into your greatness, own your greatness, like, be confident in who you are. You're awesome just because you're awesome. Like, that's how you were created. But what we do is we put all these blocks and just untrue thoughts. So in the Course in Miracles that I'm reading, it says nothing nothing unreal exists. So there's only truth and nothing. I actually have it here. I should have this memorized, but have it in my handy dandy notebook, because I look at this every single day. Anyways, it says, nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists, and herein lies the peace of God. So the only truth is that, like, you are made out of love, and that you are an expansive being. You are a creator. So that is the truth. And anything else is an illusion. It doesn't even exist. So any of those negative thoughts, look at them, because I used to just push things to the side. Look at them, see them for what they are, expose the lie, and then go back to the truth of who you are. So that's owning your greatness, stepping into your most abundant self, stepping into your confidence. And so that's a lot of mindset training that you're going to have to do, because we've been programmed or living on this paradigm for the whole life, our whole life up to now. And so you're going to have to do a lot of changing your thought patterns, reprogramming your brain. So that's really how you can own your greatness and really step into your most confident you. I also do this by creating a new self-image. So the self-image of the abundant person. So what does that person talk like? What do they walk like? What do they do? Who do they hang out with? What do they feed in their body? How do they work out? All of that stuff. So that's part of owning your greatness. But this is something that you're going to have to reprogram your brain, because if you're already there, then you'd be living out your most abundant life already. So there's always a next step, because for my thing, one of my abundance things is I love spiritual growth. I love just connecting with God and being close to God, and really being led. And that's one of my biggest things I've been working on this week, is being led by Spirit. Hi, Ra. So even today, sometimes I don't want to get on the live stream because I get nervous. My ego gets in the way, and I'm like, oh my God, what are people gonna think? What am I gonna say? And then I realize, I'm like, you know what? This is not about me at all. And so then I can realize, I can just get my own ego out of the way and then just press live and then start talking. And not I have to come up with this content. I really feel like we're constantly being channeled with, that divine guidance, intuition's always there with us. But are you being open to receiving? Are you being open to letting all the goodness come out of you? So that's all about owning your greatness. And then the last step is to watch miracles happen, because miracles are normal. Miracles, so the thing is with God, so God's the one that creating miracles in our life. Nothing's too big. The only thing that will make it seem too big is your own beliefs on it. What can you get behind? So what do you believe is even possible? Because really anything's possible. We've seen people, airplanes fly, right? That's just that was so impossible, such an impossible thought. Now it's just become normal. Running a 4-minute mile, they said you will die if you run a 4-minute mile. Climbing Mount Everest, people said your lungs are going to collapse and you're going to die. There's all these examples that people thought were impossible, but these are all miracles that happen, and miracles happen every day, and they're normal if you think they're normal. So you got to get behind it and believe it. And first, what does a miracle even look like to you? That's where the first step was getting clear on what that abundant life looks like for you. So clarity. Write it down, journal about it, think big, just have fun with it. Just start writing down everything that sounds really fun that you'd like. If you want a house by the beach, if you want a new car, if you want to bring in a new love relationship, if you want to just go into your business, into your work, and really feel a sense of purpose and pride and excitement for doing your soul work here on earth. So what does that look like for you? So first, really getting clear, and then going through all these steps that we talked about, understanding the limiting beliefs, forgiving them, stepping into your greatness, and then just watching those miracles happen. All right, so that was our Tuesdays with Terri segment for today. I'm so happy. Thanks for joining me and hopping on. Love connecting with you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day and week ahead. Take care. Mwah.